Oh, yeah.
Dude and Kane embarked on their mission to deliver a bomb river to a nearby town. Along the way, they battled the hearted Mura dragon who spoke of dreams that overturn themselves, then arrived at their destination to restore the bubble of their bomb to the unevenness of the mist. There they met a green-haired Agoniko, and learned that the mother's Jessie was linked to the dragon they injured. After expressing concerns that the mother who was already dead may die, they discussed a festival related to focusing on the unevenness and other irregularities before assaulting a little girl whose powers sprouted mountains from a fissure. Dude awoke to find only himself and the girl, who he carried to the nearest town. That night, they were attacked by a general and his barn wethers, who asked that Dude forgive him for pulling the child of the mist's prime mover. Dude fended off the attackers, then claimed the girl as his friend as the adventure continues.
She's a scholar!
Chakb. It costs 7 shohai. Well, first things first, you go there. And then you go there.
I am glad that you and I have Tara-san and daughter Anna, but Anna has been told by the factory.
She's getting her games made. Tara doesn't exist yet.
Here we go again!
I will live without items.
To the thirsty throat.
Kaipo green beer. Ooh, beer. This translation's good already.
There will be no liquor! No!
Hello, lady. Do you have green beer?
It is rare. It is clear that a number of people who bought it increased due to the increase in number.
Yes, that is how numbers work.
It seems that only Sakushi seems to be the throne to an Anthrian of Antlion and the Eagle. Of Damien, we are going to be a good hobby, though. Hello, I am a lucky charm. There is a strange grandpa who is going to visit. Demshin Sagishi no Faber, but he will not go through.
Okay.
What?
Something about a grandpa? Although I came to see the birthplace of the Damien, the auspicious house was filled with so many things. Can you see it? My synchronized. I have one question. How do you do synchronized swimming with yourself?
I don't know, it's suspicious.
Also, why is it that the lady that jumped in the water was the one who didn't remove her clothes first?
You better make it obvious if you want a small bird here. Demshin, who holds the judgment which is in the field of judgment. The old man is said to be moving away as a beautiful lady like a ladder.
Okay, so Grandpa doesn't like ladies.
Mumu, who came from Baron, was losing herself in front of the unevenness. Just being poisoned and being shut down, dude, and just repeating.
I mean, I guess that's true to his character. He would do that. Rosa! Rosa.
Dude!
In order to correct his... In order to correct this obsession, it is necessary to have a light source of the embroidery squirrel. There is a thing called antlion, which is on the side of a chair. So we had to find a chair.
You have to find a chair to clear Rosa's obsession with Cecil.
That is our quest. We now have a mission. We must help Rosa realize that her boyfriend is a huge jerk who, leaving just 10 minutes after leaving her, claimed this 8-year-old as his new girlfriend.
Well, friend, it was the innkeeper that said that apparently. Unquote. Can you even buy anything right now? Or isn't like all your darkness stuff like the good stuff?
There's no equipment to buy for Cecil until he's a paladin. But we have to name Rydia. Rydia can be... Start with a Q.
That's always good.
Cool. Quam up. Quam up.
That doesn't help any.
I don't know what is good. What does she have?
A rod.
And the Kawa stuff. Does she need Kawa stuff? Well, that's more expensive, so I assume she's good. It's early on. I feel like in a lot of RPGs, the very early shop equipment is kind of redundant. If it is a chubby game, you are right, but he said he's gonna be a fairy teller. Okay. Anna has made a person to be with you, but as soon as Terra did not forgive him, leave this capo is Edgar Terra.
I don't know.
I'm not used to exploring these towns so thoroughly. I usually just go into the town, grab the stuff, and then it's good.
It is hot. You can give her a bow, but then you have to buy a bunch of arrows.
I don't want a bow.
You're fighting desserts! In the desert. Oh, Quamp only has 30 health.
Yeah, she kinda sucks. When I used to play this game as a kid, and I used to always grind in RPGs.
You always at least get her up to, like, match dude.
Yeah, I would always get her up to about level 10 or so before heading up to the cave, just so she wouldn't die, and she would have some magic.
Not that it matters too much.
Oh no, it begins. Brizzed 1 remembered.
Care 1 remembered.
At least she has healing magic now.
It's kind of funny and kind of spoilerly in a sense that she's remembering magic versus, I mean, it goes a little bit further than that, but you know what I mean. Also, I hate this desert background so much.
Why?
Because it has this squiggly pattern, but it's in such a way that it kind of hurts my eyes to look at.
Well, once we kill this hand leg, whatever that means, we can get away from it.
Like, it's a weird optical illusion. Uh-oh. That was perfectly synced.
At least I know it's white magic.
Care is clearly cure, but what's Caro?
Antidote, maybe? But why would antidote have a number 1?
I don't know. And that was a name. Fang Shell and Seapots. I mean, they're not wrong, but the Seapots should be named the other 3 things.
She's got Sherm, Muro, and Examine. Ah, damn it, Quamp.
This is where darkness actually does come in handy, though, because you can just hit everything.
Yeah, but all that really does is save time, but I still feel like it's more efficient to just attack. Because Cecil's gonna take so little damage from the attacks, as opposed to sacrificing 25 hit points. See, he just took one. They would have to hit him 25 times or over 25 times for the darkness attack to even be worth it.
It does make grinding a little easier, especially if you just want to get through groups faster. Especially since because this game has the whole save point feature inside of dungeons. Giganto.
Duh.
It probably would be a Gigantode.
Frickin' limitations.
I actually think it's more of a Japanese limitation just due to the fact that it has to fill up the screen and there's no variable text font, so it just pretty much fills that up and that's it. If they actually cared and programmed a font that would make it fit.
Yeah, but they couldn't be bothered with that back then. Thunder 1.
That's easy.
At least black magic is simple so far. Care for yourself. I'm deeply disturbed that I don't remember which ways to go. This is weird.
Well, it's pretty simple at the moment. All you gotta do is just kind of go around.
Yeah. Go Quam up.
I know it's definitely not gonna be a constant, but it's just kind of funny to me that in Mario RPG, a game that it's super easy. I'm sitting there, I'm like, which one do I do again? It's that one. And I'm sitting here, you're just sitting here playing this, and you're like, I know this game. Which way do I go again? I'm like, you go that way.
Yeah, it's just been so long that I'm sitting here trying to remember which way is the treasure chests.
I mean, I couldn't begin to tell you where hidden ones are unless they're stupidly obvious.
Yeah, that's another thing that they changed is they made, in the American version, is they made all the hidden paths visible, whereas in the original, it's not like that, I don't think.
I don't know about that. All I know is that we are playing... Uh-oh, here we go. But first, we got a chest with a tent. Convenient. Louisiana!
Not so, Dory. If you look closely, you're out of the question. Please do not forsake me. What happened? I was deceived by a daughter Anna and went to Damshan. You are the Testkin. Oh, tell us. That makes a lot more sense than Edward. Everything is Terra. Oh. Someone thinks highly of himself. If you become worried and head for the Damshan, you will be touched by the strange things in this place. Well, yeah.
Considering what we're gonna fight later?
He is a guy with a tremendous amount. Let's alone with my wish. If you do not mind my old name. What? Only that? I have quite a bit of tension. We have to go also to the Damshan. If so, it will be the case. To the Damshan quickly. Genkai Terra became a friend.
I love the fact that in the middle of Tella's text, all you just have is this old man. What? Just out of nowhere. It's like he's trying to like hear something. He's like he thought you said something. He's just like, what? What'd you say, whippersnapper? Keela, Coughlin,
Blink's
Blink,
normal.
Asuna, Raise, Teleport.
Some of these are simple enough.
Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, Stop, and Asper.
To the back row with you. I need to go fix his name.
Oh no.
This is important. And if this were a normal run of the game, I would run from these battles to reduce experience points gain. Whoa. Who? Watch. Huwab. Huwavkid. Huwabde. Wabde.
What?
You know, at first, on the way back, I was actually thinking about, because of that line where he said everything is Terra,
Yeah.
I was tempted to name him Kami just because of that line.
Oh, so he calls himself God. Pretentious prick.
Wouldn't it be funnier if you named him Awesome or something, if that would have fit? So it was like, everything is awesome.
Shut up.
Also, we definitely did not do enough grinding because Tella has more health than Cecil.
That's how it goes. He's not going to be with us for very long, though, anyway, which is why I needed to get his name out of the way.
Now, when you say not going to be with us for very long, he's still a decent chunk of the game.
I was actually planning on doing the naming thing anyway. I was thinking we should totally rename the characters just to make them really weird to go with the translation. But then I was thinking about Mario RPG and I was thinking, you know what? We probably won't have to anyway because the names will just be random garbage anyway because of the translation. But then I saw the names being normal and I'm like, okay, we need to change their names.
It would have been funny if Mario RPG actually gave us the option to change names, but have it not work like the DS version of 4.
What?
The DS version of 4 doesn't allow you to change names.
Why?
Voice acting.
Well, that's dumb. Fragment boom.
What? Fragment.
That looks correct.
This seems like the right way to go.
I used to know. My muscle memory is failing me after 20 years.
Fly Killer and Fang Shells. I mean, it doesn't help that we have Quam doing it. Whamd.
Yeah?
However you pronounce that. Whabda, I guess.
That.
At least it's obvious which one's is which.
For now.
For now.
Hold 1. There is no hold 2. Why is it hold 1? Diet food.
Diet food. What is diet food?
I think that heals pig. Yeah.
Scoop out the pigs.
Because I think that's actually what it was called. Or something very similar to that.
Ah, this water graphic is just so terrible.
I keep pressing R to try and cast magic on everybody because I'm not used to FF4.
What did it do?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
It did something. Isn't it fun having 2 spellcasters that can't do anything unless they cast magic in your party this early on?
Yeah, it's lovely. It's the best.
And then Cecil, who's just stupidly slow, but once he attacks, he actually attacks.
Yeah. He gets to do stuff at least.
And all your money was caught on fire.
Even though we're fighting in the water.
Tatsuyao.
Yeah, he's better now. Because he's the one we need better. But I think that's the thing Quamp already had.
I think the biggest astonishing thing that, because 4 wasn't really a big graphical leap in terms of, the series. Yes, it was on the Super Nintendo, but it isn't, that visually impressive compared to 5 and 6 when they came out.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of old Super Nintendo RPGs were just kind of meh.
The biggest visually impressive thing about 4 was the fact that things had shading. And then when I say that, then you have an 8-bit sprite of a toad on screen with no shading. But, the most visually impressive thing I've seen, so far compared to the later games in the series. I mean, I can't fault it for this. But just the fact that the enemies were, on, separate lines in terms of, layouts and positions. But it was obviously, their first... Well, was it their first Super Nintendo RPG? Or did they do one before? I don't know. I want to look that up. It looks like Final Fantasy IV was their first Super Nintendo RPG. And then you had Final Fantasy IV Easy Type after that. And then The Legend 3 came out, which was Game Boy. And then Mystic Quest finally. And then Final Fantasy V.
I like Mystic Quest.
You mentioned this already.
But I feel like it's something we've discussed before, but now we can discuss it with other people listening, maybe.
You're just gonna keep hammering in the fact that you like Mystic Quest until other people just start showing up and be like, I liked Mystic Quest too.
Yeah, then it'll be fun. Great.
I don't think it's a 1. I think it's I, as in Slurple. I remembered.
Yeah, let's go with Slurple. That spell is now Slurple.
Whatever the heck it's supposed to be.
I think it's sleep, but 12 magic points seems like a lot for sleep. Uh-oh, it's stuffed. That's why it missed. They're too lazy to hit me because they're stuffed. She also has a really big head.
It's just her hair.
I mean, the other characters have kind of similar sized heads, but their bodies are also bigger.
Yeah, the only one that you have to go on in this case is Tella, but he has a big beard in the way, so it kind of covers up a lot.
Behold my thunder. That is lightning, not thunder.
Quamp, leveled higher.
You know, it was supposed to be Quamop, but you keep saying Quamp. So now now the O is just canonically silent.
Quamp. It's actually really funny because last time I played this, I played the Steam version, which is all 3D. So seeing these battles actually being really fast paced compared to the 3D version is still kind of a weird sight. It's stuffed, which means that it'll attack sooner?
They're so slow that even when they get the preemptive attack, I still have to wait for them.
We gotta wait for their bars to fill because they have bars too, apparently.
Okay, let's go easy here. If this is a magical trick, it is awkward and a mask comes in here. You could save it with tents and cottages. Let's suppose in response to the struggle with my tent to do business.
So let's just use a free tent, essentially.
Yeah.
And now it's much bigger.
Have you stopped by? I was tired so much. This is certainly certain. This is Mr. Sense. I've praised a good deal. Let's join in, and other Maho's going to catch it. But it's a cute little sky. It seems like you are Anna when you are getting old. That person is yours. It's just a single daughter. I've been bitten by the Gyeongju and the Damsian. I just did not forgive him. Why are you talking to Damshin? My baby is hanging on the battle in the capo. Hikari's light. Even if I do not have that, I cannot do anything. Wounds are going to hurry. What is it? A frightening guy with a cold legend. Anna and I must get the first person for the sake of Why? I wish I could have a daughter of a Damparian who is more concerned to the Damshian, but... So what we got out of that is...
Not much.
Oh yeah. Is a what is his name? Wabda and Anna, who Anna apparently is just who you become when you get old, are worried about dude's nakedness. And then some other stuff.
They both are, even though Anna's never met Dude.
Yeah. And dude apparently has a baby.
That's hanging on the capo.
So we have to find the capo to save dude's baby while heading to the Damshian or whatever because its name keeps changing every 2 seconds. A portion. You know, we could wind up getting one of Quamp's ultra rare summons, and we won't even realize it. I've never even gotten all of those. I think I've only ever gotten Goblin and the Mind Flayer. And even then, I think I've only gotten each of them once.
Oh, it was fun doing that in the 3D version.
Did they make it better, or was it still the same bullshit? Yeah. Sounds fun.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying just with just how the game is on the 3D version, just going around, and it has like a faster frame rate outside of battles, but then the battles themselves are really slow.
That's always fun.
Yeah, and it's weird too because Square Enix actually couldn't fix that for some reason.
Well, let me guess, the fans fixed it.
Yes and no. They were able to speed up the battles, but they had to speed up the standard gameplay as well in order, technically. They found a way around it, but they can't go any faster than 20 or something like that because then the game's too fast, which you can definitely go higher than that, but people are like, I find it too fast, so I just kind of stuck with 20, 25 or something like that. It's still much better than the standard 15 frames a second. The battle, they worked on the DS version, but it also introduced a lot of input lag because since the game played so slowly, it just did not detect your inputs at the time. It was fine on the DS version because it had touchscreen controls and all that, but it just didn't work on the PC and up versions of the game unless you were using touch controls. Because those lagging and just did not respond to your button inputs.
That's always a fun thing.
Yeah, definitely. I did not like it. That's why I had to use one of those speed up mods. There was no way around it. One thing that I actually do like about the remake though is whenever you pause and go into the menu, whoever you have as your front character will comment on the current situation.
That's always fun.
And actually, it really helped because you're like, oh, what do I need to do now? And then every person had something, so it wasn't just a common response to something. Cecil might say something pertaining to him being so dark, blah 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 blah, and then Tella might say something about what's going on, and then Radio's be like, am I really to trust this person? Things basically things like that. It's kind of neat that you actually got all their inputs.
It's nice to give them a bit more character.
Uh-oh, 2 paths.
See, this is one of those things that in the American version, they just showed you the path in the wall.
I actually don't really remember that. I really don't because I kept trying to play this game, but I only really ever got as far as getting Cecil to a paladin.
There was a time when I was beating this game on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Because it was one of the few RPGs I owned for a time, and I was obsessed with it. It was pretty much either this or Mario RPG, so I just kept playing those.
I love how it took longer for you to pop out of the thing, like Ratchet. Like you popped out of the thing, and then a spot later is when it actually showed it.
Gotta love those old graphics.
I mean, they're still learning the Super Nintendo at this point.
Yep, they figured it out eventually.
Yeah.
And then it got good. This game definitely feels old, though, just with, like, everything it does.
Yeah.
There are also certain things about it that I liked more back then than I do now, such as wizards just learning spells as they level up. I liked that because it was just nice and simple and straightforward, but nowadays I just see that and I'm just find it so weird that, oh, I got a little bit stronger, now I know new magic. I prefer systems where there's some alternative way to learning magic, like buying them or getting them through some other means than just leveling up.
Yeah, that makes sense. I liked it how in Final Fantasy 1 how they did it where you just bought them over time. I didn't like how you could find, like, just go to this one town and you could find all these really good ones there. It would have been nice to have more spells be in chests or whatever, things like that. So if you wanted good spells, you would need to find them instead of buy them. It's an alligator!
One of my biggest problems with the magic in Final Fantasy 1 is I feel like once you get to a certain point, every black spell is just different elemental insta-death.
Depending. On the version you play anyway.
I just feel like you get so many instant death spells, and the only real difference is just experimenting with which ones work on which enemies.
Yeah. Which is why they definitely changed it up in later versions with all the stat changes and all that. Try to make other people just, what the heck?
He did a good job.
He like hit and then missed.
Yeah, sometimes hits miss.
Oh man, I just love looking at that background and how the parts of the rivers are darker than the standard back. This is why Japanese was on.
Okay.
I not use.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good that you have enough morals to not use Japanese.
I mean, we did earlier when we changed Kane's name, but, you know.
Opportunity of teacher, yes.
Organite. Giganto and Organite. Sounds like a weird alien.
Wow. Quamp just killed that thing in one hit.
Yeah.
She's getting good with that ice rod. It's almost like you can do damage when you have a thing that an enemy's weak to.
Yeah.
It would seem that's a benefit.
And it only took you over 20 years to figure that out.
Oh no, mini magicians. Why is Sahagin right?
How is it right? I also love their faces because they're just like constantly pogging. It's just like put your face like in a circular shape and really like push out your mouth, so it's like you're just really, really shocked and like awed at something. So there's like, oh.
I always liked Huavda's attack animation when he's getting ready to whack things.
Just getting ready to bonk something on the head. Things
with capes looked cool to me as a kid. So much so that I even liked using the Vision in the Captain America game.
No!
But yeah, I liked using Vision because he had a cape. But I also knew nothing about the characters, and then later on, I learned that people don't like Vision. And I don't even know why, because I know nothing about the character.
You know what's actually really, really funny to me, though? Every single time I play Mario RPG, I sit there, like, whenever we get to that secret boss battle and they play the boss music from Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah.
I always constantly think to myself that they used it because it was the game of the time.
It was definitely not.
It was definitely not, because what was it? Yeah, Final Fantasy VI came out before Mario RPG. Final Fantasy IV came out 5 years before that.
But it was the game of the time.
Supposedly. You know what's actually really funny, though? They released a dual pack that was 1 and 2 on this NES in Japan.
Yeah.
Right before Final Fantasy VI came out. It's like, oh, hey, You want to play Breath of Fire that was made by Capcom? 3 days later, they released Final Fantasy 1 and 2 on the NES. It's like, play this instead.
Yeah, you'll like it more.
And then a couple months later, they just released 6. Just completely overshadowed Breath of Fire.
Breath of Fire is fun, though.
It's really funny that I bring that up, though, just because the first game was translated by them. And then they just kind of used that translation for the Game Boy version. The Game Boy Advance version, anyway. And they didn't even credit them. It's just like, whatever.
They don't care. Nobody cares about Breath of Fire anymore, so it's okay. Ow. Quamp, no! You're the one who needs the experience.
Yeah. No, at least we have some phoenixes, right? Well, we do have rays, I forgot.
I don't think we have phoenixes.
Oh, we didn't buy any. So we got rays.
How funny.
This is why How Funny was on.
There we go.
Shadow. That's the one you wanted. And now he's actually much better.
Yay.
As in he can kill stuff here in like one hit.
It will be held once in a while. He is in the best of last time. It would be better for him to stay in a tent with himself. Okay.
I love the fact that they made an in-entrance save point, and then they made an outside entrance save point for the same dungeon. All just to telegraph that you could use save points inside and outside of dungeons. I want to understand what's... This guy is this! I think I was swabbed up. Yeah.
Wait.
I think you were all three. Was I Cecil? No, I was Kane.
I think you were Rydia.
Yeah, I might have. God, I hate that so much. Like, every single time you step off the stairs and Final Fantasy IV, I hate the, like, precision on the stairs. If it's a corner piece, you could walk on that corner piece. This is why Hades was on.
Okay. That's good to know. Oh, no.
Red marshmallow.
That.
You gotta love looking at your options and being like, what were these things?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you take a teeny little break and you just forget everything.
Okay, thunder works on these guys. I'll stick with that.
I mean, they're marshmallows, so I would imagine. I mean, slimes always get hit by stuff and things.
Yeah, but slimes in Final Fantasy are just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, I actually, since this is like the test confiscated stuff and like how Chrono Trigger had one as well, I'm surprised they didn't do it to where the balancing was like made easier or whatever, just so you can play through it and see everything faster instead of like just playing the game as is.
There's the helmet and the gloves.
You did it. You put on stuff.
I miss having run buttons.
What did
that
that say?
Chubby's Lake? I think it said Chubby's Lake. Let's go double check.
You know what's funny about the sprite for these? I guarantee they just used, you can get a, like from the zoo or whatever, you can just get one that has this exact shape going on with the mouth open and stuff. I feel like they just had one of those and just sprited it as a reference.
So one of the employees just had it on his desk.
Yeah, just using it to sprite out the reference, like using it as is and all that.
He brought his kid's toy to school, or to work.
To school. I mean, technically, you're not wrong, because video game development is definitely like you start learning as you go.
Yeah, especially back in the olden days when they had no idea what the hell they were doing.
Here and there. I mean, I think, well, since this was like one of the first RPGs, well, not one of the first, but the first Final Fantasy for Super Nintendo. Wait, did it not cast it? What happened there? He's normally the effect is still supposed to go off.
Well, I think in this game, if status ailments miss, then it just doesn't do the animation. Instead of doing the animation and then missing.
Huh. I swore it did. I mean, it's been a hot minute since I played the Super Nintendo version, so. Up.
We did it. Don't worry, this is all worth it to double check that name.
Yeah. Yay!
We're winning!
Fixed. It's all been fixed.
Chica to Kai.
And then
Yeah, Chubby's Lake.
Who's Chubby?
The boss?
Oh my god, if the thing's name is Chubby, that's gonna be hilarious. Because it makes no sense.
We'll just have to wait and see. Yay, more treasures.
That was Hades S was on. Hades.
And Hermes, his best friend, with love.
It's probably the body.
And then Hermes whatever.
I'm pretty sure that's just a thing to cast haste on yourself.
I'm gonna have to organize my inventory at some point.
Yeah, but it's not like it's gonna help you any. Because like, oh, I organized my inventory. I don't know what any of these things do.
I keep forgetting which one is black magic.
I mean, eventually you'll learn the spells. Huh. I just noticed that the outline around the orb for the magic actually is see-through.
Good job, dude, you did it. Oh no, it's Chubby. Kurusho! Connie is Octomamos! Oh no! A girl named Connie was turned into an Octomams.
Octomams.
And then nicknamed was Connie like a fat girl who got cursed into becoming an octopus, and that's why it's called Chubby's Lake?
Probably. So, I'm trying to remember this, if you casting Thunder on this boss was obviously quote unquote the weakness. Yeah, it like does the thing with the tentacles. Yeah. I remember on the DS / every other version using darkness to power up Cecil over time, so his attacks would just be stronger.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Yeah, instead of doing the wavy darkness thing, I was just sitting there just doing that constantly, so Cecil would just hit with so much more damage.
Maybe they finally realized that the darkness skill in this game sucks, so they decided to give him something different.
I don't remember if you can actually still access that ability later. I don't remember. This boss was just kind of dumb.
It's an early boss.
Yeah, just waiting out the tentacles so you can just sit there and attack its head, and it's just like, eh.
Yeah.
Chocobo.
At least that's right.
Not a surprise it's right. Thunder. There we go.
Truly grasping! I said I'm going play! What?
I don't know, but that was a hint for something.
I just keep going to Thunder instinctively. Because I've been doing it this entire dungeon, so I just keep not using... Because I don't see summon written, so I keep clicking the wrong thing.
I mean, it's understandable. This boss is getting quite low anyway. Aha!
No, so much money!
Quamp level higher. Dijon one remembered.
What's Dijon? Can we make some awesome... Oops.
To stay at the front! I don't know, that text box just showed up really quickly.
That's because I pressed X to try and see what Dijon was. And then it moved the text forward.
You're gonna have to go into, like, the text was on screen long enough that you can actually see it during editing. You'll probably just be like, oh, there it is. I wouldn't use it because it's lit up.
I wouldn't use it because it might be warp.
Yeah. I would wait until you have a point that...
And I know this is around the point when she learns that spell. Let's see if I can still use it on the world map. Yeah, but I don't know if that matters. It's a black spell I can use outside of battle, though, so it's probably warp.
It probably is warp, yeah. I'm just trying to remember exactly which one it was.
We have made it to Damshian or whatever it was called. But oh no, the Red Wings are bombing it.
Whatever they're called in this version. We'll find out in a couple seconds.
Maybe. We have arrived at Damshan. ... I'd love to see one of these translations just deliberately take every ellipsis and just spell out ...
That'd be funny.
Secrets. Hello? Happy birthday! Are you an eagle? Please give me the guardian here for us. I'm not an eagle, I'm a prinny.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah, see? Dude.
Dude.
Dude is what prinnies say, therefore I am prinny. That is why Crossbows was on.
That was why Ratchet was on.
And Ruby. Well, Ruby I think is actually what it's supposed to be, so...
I found it is hot.
Goodbye.
That's... I found goodbye.
Oh no. Meguri, entries, Phoenix. I think these are all arrows. Goodbye. Portion. Takeshi.
Go back to her magic list.
Hold up, I have to figure out what all this crap is. Okay, yeah, arrows.
And a crossbow, which is a bow.
Phoenix, which I don't feel like we actually picked up.
Let's see. Black magic. Blizzard, thunder, sleep, poison. Yeah, it's warp. Although it costs 12, not 4, so that's confusing.
Maybe it was changed in a version.
I mean, we're playing the original Japanese version, and then the English version changes a lot, so maybe it changed the cost for spells as well? Crystal was captured! Oh no!
A dreadful crawl from the sun.
Yeah, I would probably say that makes sense, sorta, because they were looking up and then they saw the Red Wings attack, but it was really slow on the screen because of not blast processing.
Treasure.
That was why Tent was on.
Dead guy.
Dreadful crawl from the sun. Uno until the key points of Kaifu.
This seems important. We'll need to be sure to remember this.
Yeah, when we play the Japanese Uno game.
3 times.
3 time.
That is... Ooh, Anna! Now, I feel like he gave us a really weird backstory for Anna earlier, but I don't remember what any of that was. Gisayan at the time, because of your disappearance, Anna! I guess that's Edward.
I guess that's his name, yeah.
The moment of truth.
Gingero.
Tell truth!
Different.
What's going on?
Please listen.
God bless.
Please.
Wow, I feel like Tell is much more forgiving in this. This manhood, let me show it to you.
What is Anna?
Please go ahead. Grandfather, continue killing this man responsible for my death. Anna, did you live? Father, dear Gilbert is the dummy.
Yeah.
Cyan, to have a miracle, I came to Capo as a Gwen Ongi.
Close enough.
I'm sorry, I jumped over to a father. I love you, Gilbert, but to a fond dad. forgiveness when to get back into Kaipo gonna not have my...
Gobez and claiming things Red Wings of Baron led by...
What is Gobez on Earth?
I don't know. I do not know. I'm curious as he is. Cursing. With people you cannot wait.
Why is a Kai? Wing.
They drove a crystal and a fellow greed. Chachi is also torn. Anna too. I protect you and go to Yumi. You won't protect anybody, you're Edward.
Yeah. To that much thing about crazy. Father,
Yeah, it is crazy.
forgive me. Gilbert, I am having fun.
Is that going to be our last line, really?
Anna!
Anna! No, Anna's dead. No.
But at least she was having fun. That's what Gobez is everything.
I only came to Baron and gathered a big spasso of a big crystal.
It is impossible. Even without it, Anna does not come back. Baron's Gobez! I will pick up Anna.
That sounds like a curse.
Huabde by myself. Tasuzed Irari Irar. Gobez, I'll do it alone. Did Huabde just curse dude?
Oh no.
He put a curse on him.
It was divided as Hob Day. What happened there? Yoshimi! Older brother is a man. It's an adult.
So, wait, so Cecil's her older brother now?
Nevertheless, me too.
Quamp.
Yeah, as I said, I am pretty. That's why I've been around by Anna for the whole time. Everything does not matter anymore.
I guess that partially makes sense, but don't worry, at least Anna was having fun. You are not the only ones who are sad. Even if you do such a thing, Anna will not be jovial. That was almost a good speech.
I know.
Besides, we are asking for help, Gilbert.
I will support you.
I am Dude, the light of judgment. Wow, somebody thinks highly of himself.
It's turned into anime all of a sudden.
Is absolutely necessary in order to promote the intelligence which is falling on Cap Nappies in Capito. To that, there is a help of you.
I will help.
That's right. Rosa asked for.
The person Rosa is the most important person you have. Do not mess up with people you love. Like I just did. And Anna died. What? The Guardian the Field of Lights will be available from the luncheon when the ant line is lined up. You must pass a shrimp to a chair. What? If it is a hover in, Damshin can also be overworked. You should be able to get over to us. Let's go now. Powder Gilbert has become
A friend. That works so perfectly with the music.
I know. And then just leave Anna.
But
Goodbye, Anna. It's actually like, okay.
but Huabde said he was gonna pick her up.
Never did.
I completely forgot this vehicle existed until just now.
Goodbye, Anna. I have returned, Anna, because our leader wants treasures and is going to be really annoying. His name is Gilbert Apostle. I mean...
We'll change his name eventually like everybody else, but I don't want to go all the way back to town through the cave just to do that.
Only I am the only one. I wonder if it is nice to be in Capo. If there is a hover, it will be able to pass through the Achi Soko of the lush garland.
Oh no, not Garland.
He'll knock us all down.
I have no choice but to go to Fatborg. Potatoes to huge pools. Hobbs' beaks are capped by hot climbs due to the touching can poo.
I'm not being able to keep track of any of these names.
Nope.
All I know is that we have to go to a luncheon with shrimp to meet the antlion.
The MP went on.
I don't even remember why we're going there. I know it has something to do with... Okay, that's just destroyed. I know it has something to do with Rosa, and I think we were trying to get something to make her forget about her relationship with Cecil or something like that. This looks right.
I mean, we'll find out.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, be sure to do all the YouTube things. And if you want to see more Google Translated madness, then be sure to go check out Azure Brian's channel where he and I played through Super Mario RPG Google Translated. See you next time!